What's going on, my people? Let's get this food for thought going. The subject today that I'd like to discuss, that I see to me, is it's been in my life for a long time with my culture, my people. You know, um, gangster. Uh, it's funny how as black folks we go out here, we'll beat a person down, we'll shoot, kill a person, and call it gangster. You know, the thing about it is, we seem to only want to copy certain things from the gangsters. Like, for example, we like the nice cars, we like the killing, or should I say, we like to imitate these things. As black folks, we're not really these things. We are very spiritual people, strong people, intelligent people. But we like to imitate these things. So, like I was stating, we like to copy the cars, the clothes, the nice homes, the nice big cash flow of money coming through. When it comes to gangster, and most definitely when it comes to violence, a lot of us that's out there in the gang, living that life, the gang, living that life out there, most definitely do that for a rep. But what I find funny is you only imitate half, and probably even half, just a small amount of this gangster life. What we don't imitate is building businesses so that the next generation is in better positions than us. You look at the mafioso, a lot of them transition from street crimes, handling dope or whatnot, to trying to own businesses during those times. And from those times, they try to get into politics and other legitimate things for the next generation. They had a code that they went by. They just went out here recklessly killing for no reason. When everybody came together, they sat down and they talked and discussed business, which I don't see none of that happen a whole lot, at least in the environment that I was in, or even to this day. A lot of black folks that come together to party and drink, smoke, talk about who's sucking and freaking whoever, who got the latest, who's doing this, who's doing that. But I never seen it present day or in my past growing up in my youth. Black folks coming together, sitting down at the table and discussing business and future plans to make money together, like the mafioso done. But like I said, we sit around and waste time, money, and energy, and all these things that's not benefiting us at the time. Maybe on the surface level of flesh or whatnot, but not long term. So far as flesh and financial and a legacy for our kids. I was talking to a family member about this, and I let them know, like, I don't have time to sit around and just kick it with the family like that, just a party. Don't get me wrong, ain't nothing wrong with celebrating life and being appreciative of your accomplishments, or just living to see another day to work towards your accomplishments. But it's funny how a lot of us, we spend time, and I say we, because I've been part of that crowd too. We spend a lot of time partying and kicking it, buying all kind of liquor, all kind of whatever extra ingredients, since this is food for thoughts, I'll say ingredients that helps us feel good, feel better, especially in the herbal department. But we never own none of those things. We don't even have stock in any of those things, so that we can get some of the money that we put out back to us. Like I said, we'd be quick to pull out a pistol and threaten to shoot, fight, or whatever else one another. But we don't practice what the mafioso or gangsters practice. It was a code that they lived by. Before you put out a hit, you had to get the okay from the rest of the bosses. You had to make sure that it was against the grain of what the whole unit or the village or the gang or the gangsters was trying to move towards, which was financial freedom, respect, and power. Instead of just stupid stuff. Somebody slept with somebody stepped on somebody's foot, somebody said something or looked at somebody. Plenty of the mob bosses, they didn't like each other. A lot of them didn't care for each other or like each other like that. But they was able to stick to the code of what they was all trying to gain for their legacy and for their name. So I just find it funny how we, a lot of people like to claim gangster, but they don't do all the things that come with being gangster. They just imitate the surface, the material, things that has no substance and most definitely don't have no longevity for the legacy and the name that they carry. So my food for thought on that is for those that call themselves gangsters. Gangster, whatever you may say, bitches, or whatever feminine energy that you consider yourself to be gangster and feminine. If you're gonna copy something, imitate something, do it all the way. When you come together and celebrate, make sure that you celebrate for some type of accomplishment. If you're gonna meet up every weekend and not at a club, but around tables of people that you consider family or friends or relatives, and that's in a future video, the difference between relatives and family, from my perspective or opinion. But show these kids how people can come together. That's the same color, the same people as them, to accomplish some goal that can fulfill and feed everybody. And then you celebrate with a party or a little something when y'all have all together as a group, or we as all together as a group accomplish that goal. Then you celebrate. Don't just kick it every weekend making Gucci, Finny, Hennessy, Grey Goose, Ciroc, Nikes, Jordans. Don't spend your money having these things, these outfits, these clothes, these drinks every week, every weekend. And it's not for the benefit of a true celebration, something that is it's gonna benefit everybody. Because when you're just doing that, you're just making everybody else rich. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, you even ask those around you that's kicking it every weekend, that's at the bars, that's at somebody's house, linking up or whatever. Yeah, you gotta enjoy life. I ain't saying being stiff. You know, I get that. You gotta balance it out. Business comes before pleasure. You know, but ask most of these people that they got the latest outfit, the latest shoes, the latest drink. You know, ask them if they own any stocks in any of these things, so that they can get any of their money back. Like I say, we as black folks, we like to imitate, but we don't like to put in the work and imitate to the full extent and the purpose of what these other groups was trying to do or are doing. And like I said, that sheds a certain light, and it helps build a certain mentality and environment for the young ones that's coming up seeing us. And I say we again, including me, because when all you show them is sleeping around, talking about who's sleeping around, who got this, who got that, they're gonna imitate that. They're gonna imitate what they see, what they hear, and 9 times out of 10, they're gonna imitate it on a more over-exaggerated level, or on a weaker, lazier level. Let's show them something good. Let's imitate something, or imitate the whole process of everything instead of just part ways. And I would say that's not even imitating. I truly believe we have the intelligence and the ability to come together and have things. We don't have to imitate nobody, because we naturally have it. Those that don't have it is the ones that create and work hard to get it. Those that's used to having it, they just learn the plans on how to, patent or steal ideas or control others that can still benefit them. But those that is the have-nots, like myself, we the creators, we the hard workers. So like I said, this is just something that, I thought about when I think about where I grew up. Even some of the things that I said growing up, gangster. We ain't imitating all of everything. The other thing that we don't practice when it comes to the gangster life, we don't imitate valuing family. When you look at the mafiosos, they strongly believe in taking care of their family. The men had their priorities in their position, and the women had their priorities in their position. And they supported their kids by all means, made sure their kids had the best education, not necessarily the best clothes. They made sure they had the best education. The women made sure that they played their position, and made sure that the kids had what they needed to be able to carry on this legacy for the next generation. And they valued each other, they loved each other, they supported one another. And that's something that I feel that we don't imitate when it comes to this gangster life. Even though we scream it, we don't always practice and put in the work, or be willing to put in the work that is the definition of what it takes. Even when it comes to disagreements, sometimes some has to be forced to transition, or shall I say, we put the rest. They came together and they met about it. They didn't make no hits, they didn't make no move on no other bosses or no other leaders of any family until they got the okay from everybody, because this individual was going against the grain of the legacy and what they was trying to build. And the funny thing about it, some of the bosses, they didn't too much care for each other. They and always like one another's personality, but they put that to the side, and their emotions and their ego and pride to the side to take care of business. You know, they understood that it took a unit, it took a village, and everybody had a role and everybody had a position, but everybody was going to eat, you know, at the end of the day. And that's something that we don't practice as well when it comes to this gangster lifestyle. And along with that, with no other bosses or men in that organization or the women trying to sleep with one another's mates, you know, because that was against the rules. That's an automatic default on your life. You cross that line once again because they value family, morals, and principles. You know, but you look at our culture, and I say we don't always live up to that, but we are screaming, you know. So yeah, it's just a lot of things that I find kind of funny and contradictory for those that keep it gangster and keep it real. It's the total opposite of that. You know, everything I just laid down for all the seasonings and substance for food for thought. When you look at our culture and what some of us claim, we don't all walk it. So I would say don't claim it. Don't call yourself that if you truly don't walk it. But if you do walk it, make sure you practice everything that comes with it. Not just some of it, not just part of it. You know, the thing about life is you go halfway, you're only gonna get halfway results. And you only live once. So why not live it to the fullest? Or as the saying go, living your best life. That's part of it to me. Being 100, going 100 with everything, you know, and living up to those expectations, you know. It's easy to stand by something and make easy decisions when the environment is easy. But what shows character and shows what you're about is making those same decisions and stay loyal, stick to the plan, stick to the goal. When it's not always favorable to you, and when it's not always supported by an easy decision. So once again, this is just a little food for thought. You know, little dinner for your mind. Let it sit on your brain's tongue and marinate before you swallow it. You know, most definitely digest it. Think about it. You know. So enjoy this feast for dinner, food for thought. This is Student for Life, aka Deep Thought. Enjoying your dinner. Peace.